All right, everybody, welcome to part 2 of this review. Previously reviewed these tracks. If you didn't see it, go ahead and check it out on my page. I was less than satisfied with these. They were not very well manufactured. They had overhangs on the splinter guard here. The slides were not glued in place properly, not held down. They were peeling. It was just a terrible product. Good news, Vevor, I reached out to them. They did end up sending me a full refund and telling me to keep the product. So that was cool. I went ahead and just peeled off the red strips there, CA glued them in place, cut them down to size as needed, cut down the splinter guard, and as you can see, I have 2 of the tracks mounted together for this video, and I don't have a large square, but just using a 4-foot level, they are straight, so it should be a good product. Once you do a little bit of modification, not the end of the world, but happy I got them for free, so that was a good thing. This here saw, I'm pretty happy with it from what I can see. I haven't made any projects with it yet, just did a couple little quick test cuts. I think it's going to be a win. So tell you a little bit about it. I couldn't really find any information on it, is why I'm doing this video. So let's get started, get into the details. This is the corded version. It's got about a 6-foot cord on it. It does have dust collection, of course. Swivels as expected. I don't have an adapter yet to actually use the dust collection, so I'm going to make a bit of a mess, but that's all right. Just go over some of the features here. Just, got the typical, just loosen these for your bevel cuts, one on each end. It's got a positive stop for 45, positive stop for 0. Another cool feature that this has that the last one did not, this does have anti-tip, and it works. So that's a pretty cool feature they added on. Nice to see that. Just like pretty much every other track saw, it's got the adjustments so that you can adjust it to the track. They come pretty loose. You did have to use the tool to tighten them up, which stores neatly in the handle right here. So convenient so you don't lose it. I will say I'm not very happy with the depth adjustment here. Number one, it's not accurate. I've made one test cut on this just so that I could cut down the splinter guard, and it was on this 3/4 inch sheet of plywood. That's where I had to set it to get a full cut on 3/4 inch. So it's a little bit off, but I suppose you'll get used to it. I'm not a fan of how it functions. It's, as you can tell, it's kind of clunky. So it just doesn't feel very good. I don't really like it. But for $100, what can you say? I believe it's like $96. So got to make some trade-offs. Just like every other track saw, press it down to be able to actually make the plunge. Another feature I do not like, there is no lock for the arbor so that you can change the blade. You just have to kind of hold it in place. There was another saw that I seen someone had to do that with as well. I believe it might have been Grizzly. I'm not positive, so don't quote me on that, but I do know there was somebody else that had that same feature. But again, it's not the end of the world. It's a pretty budget saw and seems to be pretty quality. It's all metal construction on the face cover here. The actual saw plate itself is also metal. The casing back here is obviously plastic, but that doesn't really make any difference. Seems to be pretty sturdy. I don't see much deflection in it, so it's pretty accurate from what I've seen. Another feature that it has here that the old one did not, does have a riving knife now, and it functions like it should. So pretty awesome. I'm happy with it. It definitely needs a blade. The blade that comes with it, it is not good. So I did order the Milwaukee 6.5 inch Trek saw blade. It's not here yet. I couldn't find it locally anywhere by me, so I just had to order it online. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make a cut with it and show you how it works. Before I do that, we'll show you the startup on it. It does have a bit of a soft start, not 100%, but it's there, and it doesn't take forever to spin down. Pretty typical. So let's go ahead and just make a quick cut. Just gonna do one on this plywood, and then I do have a piece of hard maple I'll show you a test on as well. I'm not going for accuracy here. This is just scrap material. So bear with me. I'm gonna do this one-handed. So obviously it makes a lot of dust, just like every circular saw will. But cut is very clean. The bottom has a little bit of tear out, but overall, I'm pretty impressed. I don't see like any burning, anything crazy. Pretty smooth. So, I mean, you could definitely get by, I would say, probably with some sheet goods with that blade for a little while. But it's not perfect, but most saws are not very good with the blade out of the box. So, as expected, let's go ahead and do a piece of this hard maple. I have to adjust my depth. First part of this. So clunky. So as you can see, it does not like that. It doesn't seem like it's underpowered. It feels and sounds like there's plenty of power. I'm not sure how it comes out on the video, but I don't feel like it's lacking power. That blade is just awful. I can smell where it's like burning. It's just not good. So it's just a super cheap. I didn't count it, but I would guess like 48 tooth. I tried making a little bit of a cut on it before. It feels smooth, but it's just, you can clearly tell it's underpowered. It's pushing the wood across. It's not really cutting very well. So, is what it is. I'll put a different blade on it and see what it does. But yeah, it seems like it's got plenty of power, so I don't see that as being an issue. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and follow for some more videos.